Yo, peace family, what's going on? It's your brother Tanisio Natana Sanima, aka DJ Fifth Wurld. I want to give a quick shout out to the brothers DJ TopDonn, DJ Foreign, and of course one and only DJ D Money from the hottest coalition of Nigerian DJs. So great interview y'all did, man, and I think y'all thought through this thing very critically, touched on a lot of points. The area that really stood out to me is when y'all began to get into the discussion about tempos. And this is why that stood out to me, because when y'all were trying to figure out, like, well, what's going to make the longevity of Afrobeats be more predictable? You know, what makes a song blow up? And thus, what would it take for, let's say, a whiz kid to top in Essence? The thing that I think is key, that is oftentimes overlooked just in music these days, is that it's a craft. And what do I mean by that? You know, when you actually have studied music, when you actually have, understanding of music theory, right, music fundamentals, then you begin to understand that there's actually a science to this in which you can actually trigger emotions within people quite predictably. This has been proven by artists like Stevie Wonder, by Earth, Wind and Fire, by Bob Marley and the Wailers, even in hip hop, by the Jay-Z's of the world, Dr. Dre, and on and on and on and on and on. Even Afrobeat proved that with the way that Fela wrote his music. So I could belabor that point, but here's what's key. You got to understand music. You got to understand polyphony. You got to understand time signatures. You got to understand modes. You got to understand keys, right? So when you know that, then, for example, you know that Essence, right, is written in C sharp, right? You'll know that there's a reason why that song has the ability to do what it's doing. Actually, I think it's C major. Excuse me, because my music theory mind is off right now. But the point is, I know to look for those things, right? So if I was an Afrobeats artist, what I would be doing is making sure that I really understood music theory and knew how to properly structure a song, knew how to actually use the bridge, right? Knew how to actually create some ebbs and flows in the song and not just have these monotone songs that we have these days, and understand it so it's not just a fluke, but I can actually create a song intentionally that will give a certain effect. If you look at the catalog of Stevie Wonder, right? If I were to go back and find all my Stevie records in my collection, you'll see for like 5 albums straight, he knew how to exploit that knowledge. Earth, Wind and Fire has done it their whole career. The Isley Brothers, if you don't know about the career of the Isley Brothers, they have been creating music since the 1950s up until 2021. And there's been a consistency in how they produce their songs that allows them to just put out hit after hit after hit. If Afrobeats taps into that intentionally, right, and not through just these one-off flukes, there'll be no more one-hit wonders, and this genre will take off beyond any other genre. So I would just encourage the artists, the DJs, the program directors, you name it, understand music theory and encourage these artists to really know how to intentionally create songs that create impact. Know how to take, again, CK's song, it's written in, I believe that one is C major, A flat with a major mode. Right? If you know that, then you'll know why that song triggers certain emotions. If you understand the tempos and what it actually can do to a person emotionally and on the dance floor, you'll know how to just keep doing that every single time, and you'll just make songs hit after hit after hit. If you don't know that, you run the risk of just putting out a one hit and then not knowing how to repeat that success. All of the other industry stuff is actually correct. There's, of course, knowing how to run the industry side, but the artist side can outlive the industry all day, every day. So just wanted to put my 2 cents in, man. Again, big ups to y'all brothers for having an excellent dialogue. Y'all were dropping major gems on just why this thing has blown up. And I just wanted to put some paint where it ain't. So with that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace.